Man, that mermaid, huh?
What? Hey, hello? Hey, can I get some assistance here? Who are you? My name's Jeff.
Nice to meet you, Jeff. Can you get us help?
Huh? Why do you need help? You don't need help. Yeah, we do. We've been stuck on this island for, ever. Nonsense. I love islands. I love them so much, I owned my own. Yeah, give us 1 second, please. Okay, Sam, this guy's kind of a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, just look at his weird smirk.
Yeah, that creepy smile. Those beady eyes.
Those big black eyebrows.
You can see directly into his soul through those eyes.
And he's so old.
Yeah, I know, he's so greasy. Look at his hair.
It's gray and wrinkly. And
Oh, God, his lips are it's like an asshole.
he looks like he diddle kids.
God, the Crimson Chin called. He wants his chin back.
Okay, Jeff, we're gonna let you stay. But you have to help us get off the island.
Oh, no worries. I have ways of getting out of sticky situations. Hello and welcome to Podcast Away. I'm your host, Logan.
And I'm your other host, Sam.
Sam, how you doing today, man?
Doing alright. It's a pretty good day so far.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice. So we actually, we got our first, we got a couple weird emails. We got our first, real email that we can actually address on the show. And we got two. The first one is, what do we animate the show on? Something that is always addressed. It's on the Facebook and stuff, too. Because people just cannot figure out, for the life of them, what we animated on.
It's a super duper high dollar program.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, we'll give you a quick rundown on if you want to go buy it. So first, take a loan out from your bank account. It'll be about $2 to $3 grand around. And you need to take a loan out for your time, because it's about 400 hours to learn it, to be proficient. Not even an expert, proficient at the program. And then what you gotta do is sit down at your desktop, grandma's computer, press the little button in the bottom left, like the little Windows button, and it's Paint. It's Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, it's Paint.
It's Paint.
That's all.
Sam and I are not, we are very much big money ballers, but the reason why we are big money ballers is because we don't spend money when we don't have to.
We don't shell out money on useless shit. If
Yeah.
it works, it works.
And
Make do with what you got.
Yeah, I don't mean to shatter the bubble of professionalism.
I guess that's what you call it.
Yeah, that surrounds this podcast. Can't even say it with a straight face. Hang on. Okay, I don't mean to burst the bubble of professionalism that surrounds the podcast, but it is not a professional program that does the animation.
We're doing this purely for free.
Yeah, this is 100% free, based on old equipment that I've already had and everything, so... But then again, the content's where the real richness is. Yeah. I promise.
Yeah, it's the originality of our beautiful mind.
Yeah, it's the garage story that you hear from every billion-dollar company. It's like, oh, you want to be a billionaire? Do you have a garage? Just start a business, right?
Yeah, what's your excuse?
Yeah, what's your excuse? Bill Gates did it. He didn't even graduate college, blah, blah, blah. But besides that, the second email we got, and it's addressed from Mega from Nebraska. So thanks for listening, Mega. And it's, Logan and Sam, I need help getting a GF. Can you help me? I need some girl advice. I assume GF means girlfriend.
Or grease fryer.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Mega, if you could write us back. Do you work at a McDonald's? Are you talking about cooking advice?
Trying to start a new restaurant? Just trying to open one up?
Yeah, so what you're going to do, I actually got a quick story about this, quick anecdote. My first job was Taco Bell, right? You know this. And I was the drive-through cashier, so I had to talk on the the intercom and stuff all the time. People said they liked my voice, but besides that, I remember one time we had to clean above the fryer. Ooh. And the fryer was like a pit, right? Yeah. It's it's about chest high, where it was, but it was the machine kind of went further down than just flat top.
It's a little bit deep. We have them where I'm working now.
Yeah, for protection issues. But they said that the top of it needs to be clean because things will pop up and bubble and stuff, because gross fast food jobs, obviously. So I had to stand on top of the fryer, basically straddle it, my balls hanging above,
right in the deep fryer.
Yeah, this my balls just right above this boiling hot frying liquid. And I just had a painful flashback to that because the first thing I did when I was basically straddling that fryer was like, man, it could happen. The sun would get in my eyes.
What the hell do they even deep fry at Taco Bell?
It was the apple pies.
And the cinnamon twist, probably.
Yeah, and the chips.
Gotcha.
The nachos,
Gotcha.
sorry. And the fucking thick taco shells, like the chalupas and all that bullshit.
Gotcha.
I only worked there for like 9 months before I got a better job, so
Yeah.
being a dishwasher at the winery. So like, but seriously, the second I'm like, I don't have to like interact with customers, like I'm out of there.
It's like, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
Shit, that's
honestly.
what I'm doing now. I'm washing dishes, too.
And it's comfy, honestly. It's one of my favorite jobs. It's so easy. You just do it.
Yeah, you just sit there and literally wash dishes and chill out. That's
Yeah,
all you gotta
exactly.
do.
I had the one coworker I had was just high 24/7 too. Like the guy was just fucking floating on a cloud,
Nice.
and nobody ever found out because it was just me and him washing dishes. And you can't really fuck up washing dishes too because they have like the machine that you
Yeah,
put all the
you-
dishes in and pull it down
You
and
gotta
it washes
be,
them.
You gotta just, like, be shit at washing dishes to fuck up that job.
Honestly, you got to be
like-
really shit.
All you gotta do, spray it, give it a little scrub, throw it in the dishwasher. Done.
Yep. Yep, and then of course sanitation, all that. But I'm looking at you, Taco Bell. You'll be getting my lawsuit in the mail soon over my mental damages.
Over balls in the deep fryer.
Yeah, that'll be the plaintiff.
Hey.
The discussion is over the defendant's balls. Anyway, so the email is he's asking for girl advice. So, okay, where do we start? So Sam,
Well-
let's start with our credentials. So,
Okay.
So who are we to talk about women and how you should date them?
Well, I'm not necessarily the most advanced girl talker in the world. I've had a few serious relationships, like 1 or 2, but one that I'm currently in has lasted
10 years?
almost 4 years now.
Yeah, right about.
But other than that, I haven't been too much of a hit with the ladies, mind you. Back whenever I was, single and all that shit, I was a very shy person. I've kind of come out of that, but
Let's clarify.
I feel like I'm all right at giving advice with it because I've had some buddies ask me for some help with shit, and
Well,
I
sure.
feel like I usually do all right giving people advice.
Well, let's clarify. We'll give you girl advice, Mr. Mega from Nebraska, but it won't be how to fuck as many bitches as possible. We're gonna tell you the actual advice you need to hear.
How to lock down.
How to lock down the one bitch you can fuck 100 times every day for the rest of your life. That's the actual advice you need, not the hookup culture thing.
Yeah.
So, and in that regard, you are very much qualified because
Most
you've managed
definitely.
to lock, to use the phrase where he said to lock one down for 4 years, which is hard to do, especially at our age.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are, happily together still. I don't
Oh, yeah.
see any bruises on you or anything. So,
No. The only bruises I got are from stubbing my toe on shit.
yeah, exactly. From kicking her head in. But besides that, no, I'm
God
kidding.
damn it.
So yeah, you're very qualified. I, on the other hand, am not qualified because I'm single. The longest relationship I've had is like a year and like 2 days. I
So
think
that was the longest before this one for me. It was like
Yeah.
a year and roughly a year and a half.
Yeah, but I'd like to think that I am the wise man on this subject. I am a historian. I have observed and I have listened and partaked. I have watched, so I can still give you a little bit of advice.
It's one thing to give the advice; it's another thing to enact it.
Yeah, to do it. But I will say the best first advice that I can give anybody who's in the dating scene, because you don't really get this kind of advice anywhere else, right? Like, because women have it easy, right? They don't have to go out and search, right? They have to just sit there and wait, essentially, until someone comes to them.
Cast out your net and see how many fish you catch.
Yeah, exactly. They just have to sit there and basically filter through what their options are, right? Men, basically, I've heard this before. I forgot who said it, but it was, women get choices, men get opportunities.
Yeah, another word that I've heard that is women have sex when they want, men have sex when they can.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. So this is the dating perspective for men, because I don't know how to help women date better. Like, that's something that's totally out of my my fucking expertise.
Literally just walk up to a dude, say, "Hey, I think you're attractive."
Yeah.
There you go. 9 times out of 10, the guy's going to be like, "Oh, shit."
And don't be
Yeah.
fucking gross. You're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
And and the worst thing is, even if you are fucking gross, you're gonna have 99 likes on Tinder anyway. So have at it, ladies. You're done. Click. Anyway, but for men, the best first piece of advice I can give, right, as a single man, is get up wherever you're sitting or listening to this. Unless you're driving, be careful. But get up and walk over to the nearest mirror and look at it. Now ask yourself this. Would I date me? Now this answers 2 different questions. 1, am I a narcissist? And 2, am I physically appealing enough? You have to keep in mind that you are not out there to present your personality, because that is not something that first impressions can quite understand.
That's not, like, everybody thinks that, picking someone for looks is shallow, and if you're literally dating somebody solely for their looks, then yes, that is extraordinarily shallow. But you can't lie, or you can't lie and say that the first thing that you see whenever a person comes up is not what they look like. Like, what somebody looks like is definitely going to be the first thing that goes into your mind.
Yes.
You're not going to go after somebody who you are not physically attracted to.
Exactly. People will lie to you and say, oh, you should only look at their personalities. But listen, at the end of the day, it's really hard to build a relationship with somebody romantically, possibly for the rest of your life, that you cannot stand looking at.
Yeah, it's difficult to kiss a face that you can't stand to look at.
Exactly. And affection is a very important part of a relationship. And if you can't get over that hump, then you're going to be in some big trouble. So the point is, you need to take a look at yourself first, because to put yourself out on the market, you have to be something worth catching, essentially.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the most important thing, is yourself, because I think every man that I've met that has had trouble with finding girlfriends, they always say the same shit, right? They're like, oh, girls don't like nice guys. And all that bullshit. Yeah, oh, girls don't like me because I'm too nice, etc., etc. We all know you're lying, clearly. Women do not owe you shit for you being nice, and they probably see right through your facade straight off the bat from the nice guys, because you have to keep this in mind, fellas. The girl, your crush, you're not the only other man in the world that's going after her. She probably has 30 other dudes that are chasing after her.
Sliding up in her DMs.
Yeah, sliding up in her DMs. And you putting on the fake facade of, I'm the nice guy, I should get with her because I'm nice, is not truthful, and it's not effective. And you should probably be able to tell that because you're still single.
And if you think that that's going to work, like, there's a ton of people that are very nice that I know, that I'm friends with. Would I ever date them? Absolutely not. But you can't go about it like that. You can't see that as the only thing. Like, you have to go and present yourself in every way. Like, look at fucking anything in nature. I mean, birds. Male birds got so many fucking colors in their feathers. They flaunt them around and flap them in front of the girls to try to get their attention. And then they get together and have some babies. Mm-hmm. You gotta get some kind of attraction going. There's a reason for that. It's the same reason that females have titties, so that men are attracted to them.
Yes, and to feed our babies.
Yeah,
and to look fantastic in swimsuits.
The reason that they're bigger and so covered in fat, like the reason that they are just boobs, instead of just nipples with little milk sacs.
Yeah, I know this is kind of a brave stance to take, but boobs are fucking awesome.
Can confirm.
Yeah, I know not a lot of people are saying that. But
what's with all these ass guys lately? Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I like me and ass, but like titties don't shit.
So the point we're trying to say is that you need to take a look at yourself. And I'm not going to try to give you some bullshit philosophical advice of like, you need to improve your soul or whatever, because if your soul is shit, your soul is shit. If you're a bad person at your core, there's not really much you can do to change it, because you probably don't want to change.
Yeah, you're not Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. You don't get that kind of cool character.
Right. So I'm going to give you some actual obtainable advice. Number 1, know who you're looking for. Get a clear idea of the kind of girl that you want, because the dating pool is quite large. So if you're walking around aimlessly just shooting at everything you can get your finger on, then you're going to find that your failure to success rate is going to be pretty lopsided.
Yeah, you're going to get shot down more times than not.
And also, you're going to get confused on what you want and might end up with something that you don't want. So you have to get in mind of something, the kind of person that you want to be with, and set some standards for yourself, men. Because I know you guys don't have standards these days.
Most definitely.
I'm looking right at you guys. I've seen the screenshots of girls' tenders. I've seen what you say to them.
Seen plenty of dudes. I've seen plenty of friends of mine that go after something that's just not good for them, or just Like, they go for it because they can, because it's the only, girl that they can find.
Or even worse, just because they feel like they need to.
Yeah.
Your entire life is not to find your girlfriend or whatever. Your entire life is not to be paired with a woman. You are more than that. And devoting yourself entirely to just getting with the nearest bitch you can get your hands on is going to reflect on your personality too. They're going to smell you being desperate.
Yeah, and a significant other is somebody who should supplement your life, not consume it.
Yeah, and be your life. That is also very true. Yeah, so besides the standards of the girlfriends. So once you have a good look at yourself and you realize, you don't have to be overcritical, but just be fair to yourself, right?
Yeah.
If you look at you in the mirror and, you see something you don't like, change it. I would always recommend being more physically in shape because, yes, women prefer men who are more physically in shape.
Yeah.
Just like you prefer women who are more physically in shape. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people out there who actively search for blobs when they're not blobs.
No, don't get me wrong, there's some chubby chasers out there, but like...
Yeah, I'm talking about blobs. Though.
Yeah.
So just get more in shape. And work on yourself, right? Because that's going to make you feel better, too. Going to the gym or, like, working out or, like, doing hikes, just something more physical in your life is just going to improve your life so much more. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to just act better. You're going to feel more confident. And that is going to also translate into your dating life, too.
Most definitely.
Number 2, watch what you wear.
Yeah.
What you wear says a lot about you.
Don't dress like a complete asshat. I mean, unless the person you're into dresses similarly, I guess.
Yeah. Women like seeing some color as well. They don't want to see like the shady rogue in the corner of the tavern. My D&D reference during dating advice.
I used to try to be the mysterious guy, the quiet guy. I mean, I'm still quiet as fuck normally. I mean, not here, but never really worked out because they don't care.
Because a lot of the problems I see with men these days in dating is that they either wait far too long to start it, and by the time they jump in, they're like in college and they're totally unexperienced, or they're going about it the wrong way. Like I've seen a lot of people, men usually, that are like the type of, we're talking for 2 days and you're already telling me that you want to get married. Yeah. Like they're like the unloader of like personal baggage. Don't do that, guys. Come on.
That's crazy clingy shit.
Yeah, like a majority of you guys are acting like fucking creeps and you got no idea. Or even worse, you know it and you just don't want to change.
You gotta find a fucking like what's the word that I'm looking for? Like a filter, like a funnel for that. Mm-hmm. Keep it thinned out. Yeah. Keep it light.
Yep. And I would say the third piece of big advice I have to give is meet new women, meet new people, because trying to move in your own social circle will destroy that social circle more than likely.
Yeah.
And you're not giving yourself a fighting chance because you're hanging out with the same girls that you've known your entire lives. They've already made their opinion of you. You're missing out potentially on lots of new people that you can meet, male and female, for friends.
Exactly. If you get shut down, don't keep trying, because if they say no, there's your answer. It's not going to change to a yes unless you coerce them and get them into it, and at that point it's borderline rape. Fucking, if they say no, or if they say, hey, I'm not interested, back off and find somebody else. It's not worth your time. It's just going to fuck you up. It's going to make you seem creepy, and let me tell you, they're not going to like it.
Yeah, exactly. No one's impressed when you try and try again, I'm sure you've seen the movies where it works, but it's not real life.
That doesn't happen.
So you can go out and meet new people, meet new women and stuff, and you can get those first impressions. And most importantly, guys, I have to emphasize this. It's experience, talking to people, introducing yourself, getting your tight five together, basically, for talking to women. Who are you, what you do, what you want kind of thing, right? But if you never meet new people, or even worse, you only meet new girls on Tinder, don't do that. Tinder is an awful place. The only experience you'll ever get there is probably a bad one.
Yeah.
Or just the constant rejection, I'm sure, it's worse. Just don't go on Tinder. Your competition is far too fierce. The women on there are far too shallow, and you just got to back off on it. Like, you're not going to be successful, you're not going to be a good successful, right? You're not going to meet the woman of your dreams on Tinder.
You're just going to be slogging through
muck.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you're just going to be slogging through mud the whole time. That's it. So get off Tinder and go out and meet real women face to face, because that's the actual experience you need.
Tinder is like last-ditch effort.
Tinder is something that you keep and just casually browse. You don't use that as your main lifeline for meeting new women.
No.
That's
not
the
by
best way I
any
can
means.
describe it. Keep it as something that when you're bored and sitting alone at night, you can use it. But don't have it be like, okay, well, no girls matched on me. Guess I'm not talking to anybody today. Don't be like that, man.
Yeah.
Give yourself a fighting chance. That's what I'm saying. That's my angle on this. As me giving you advice for dating people is give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Talk to new women. Be presentable. Be appropriate. Be somebody that they want to date.
Yeah. And for the record, if a girl cheats on her boyfriend with you, probably don't stay with said person. Chances are it's going to happen to you.
That is very true.
Or something similar.
That is very true. Yeah, look for the red flags. In
Yeah,
all of that.
most definitely.
That is also
Keep
very true.
Keep an eye out. Don't let the red flags be colored white by your rose-tinted eyes.
Ooh, nice.
It's a reference to a fucking song. It's not exactly that words, but it's something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just don't. You got to pay attention to that kind of shit.
Yeah. Because, dating is hard. It's supposed to be hard. You're trying to find a compatible person for you. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult. But another big mistake a lot of guys make is when they start talking to a new girl, they never, make the move kind of thing.
Yeah.
They just kind of, wait on the sidelines forever. And then by the time they finally get around to, hey, I like you. Do you want to go out for dinner sometime? They're like, I've been married for 3 years. It's like, make your move, gentlemen. Establish the relationship, talk to them, become friendly, make your move. If you get shot down, that's upsetting, yeah, but at least you didn't invest, 2 years of your time.
And yes, you want to give it, maybe a month. That's probably your hard cap right there.
Yeah, if you didn't know her from before, then yeah, there's only so much you can say over text. So I would say if you have a girl's number and you're actively texting her, try your best to move as fast as possible into actually meeting her face to face and talking to her, because you will not establish any decent relationship over text.
Not by any means.
Or Snapchat or none of that shit. You got to talk face to face. What the fuck do you talk about for months on end over text? We've never met. We have no shared experiences together. What do you talk about?
Just bullshit. You just shoot the shit.
Thank you. Yeah, just small talk. No one cares about small talk. You're wasting everyone's time.
Exactly.
You're a man. Your ancestors used to hunt buffalo and mammoths with spears. It's not that challenging. You gotta just do it. Have some balls, guys, before you lose them in the deep fryer.
Exactly. I was just about to make a reference to that.
Yeah, so I think that would be it. Do you have anything to say about it in particular?
Other than my points that I already made, I don't know. I don't really think so.
Well, you've been dating your significant other for a long time now, 4 years.
Yes, indeed.
What has been some revelations that you've come to recognize over time that you didn't have before you started dating her? Something you're like, wow, I never thought about. I have to put effort into this or do this kind of thing to keep someone happy.
Might have to have a second to think on that.
But it doesn't mean that you have to wait around forever kind of thing. You could be actively looking. But you also have to keep in mind that you don't have to have that extreme outside pressure of, I need to get this done now kind of thing. Because that's also not very healthy to kind of be rushing something as delicate as building a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's something that takes time. You have to put effort into it, all these things. You have to devote time to it.
Yeah, make sure you respect each other's boundaries and establish boundaries as well. Mm-hmm. Let each other know what's going on.
Have separate hobbies. It's okay to have similar hobbies, but do stuff differently to each other because you need alone time as well, kind of thing.
Most definitely.
If she is encroaching on all of your hobbies, that's a red flag because you need your alone time. You need your time with your friends. But if she's always wanting to be around you, it's a red flag kind of thing. You'll pick these up over time.
And it's one thing if she's always wants to be around you, quote unquote, but when it is literally always has to be clinged onto your side at every second, that's when it's an issue.
Yeah, when you find that you have to leave hanging out with your friends because she demands that you come over or you're breaking up, that's a pretty big red flag, bro.
Yeah. A little clinginess isn't bad. It's something that you can deal with, something that I deal with. My girlfriend's a little clingy, but I don't mind it. But there's definitely a line that you don't want to cross, and it's that kind of shit.
Well, it also goes into that every woman in relationship is different, too. Because there's no way to effectively slap a label across how to handle a relationship. That's why we're giving advice on how to get her on the date, essentially. And after that, it's not much we can do to help you, because then it gets to your part where you have to decide on whether or not you want to continue and move on from there, because every woman has different needs.
We're
right?
getting you up to the driver's seat. You got to grab the reins and direct those horses.
Exactly. And so for some people, like, getting up to the driver's seat, essentially, to use your metaphor, is the hard part.
Yeah.
But I think you'll find that once you're there and you're in that part of a relationship where you're actively seeing each other, you're hanging out, going on dates, maybe even boyfriend and girlfriend by that time, because you're dating technically. I think you'll find that even though you've never been told directly what to do by anybody, you don't really need it.
No, it kind of flows.
Yeah, it just kind of flows, and that's the beauty of it. Honestly, you just know what to do. You know what to do to make her happy and to make you happy.
Nature, baby.
Exactly. It's nature. Because the issue of why so many men have trouble with dating and stuff is because fathers don't really tell you the advice on how to do it. I got dating advice from my father.
Yeah.
So I'm an exception to this generalization.
I may have at some point, but I don't really remember because I have horrible memory. So.
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, it's funny too, because out of my close circle of my childhood friends, they were all in relationships that have been 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6. I think is the record for Lane right now.
Yeah, I think
probably
so.
pushing 7, honestly. So I pick good friends. I like to think that we're all different, but we're all similar in those regards as well.
We're all very different people, but we still have that common ground.
And I think the reason why we're so similar too is because we have values that are similar.
Yeah,
right.
Very much.
And I think that's why. I think that's the number one thing you have to get straight is what your values are. Because I think the reason why you guys are having so much trouble is because, for one, you're never giving yourself a fighting chance. Because you don't look good, you don't act good, and you don't think good. And on top of that, you just don't know what to do. You feel lost, you feel nervous, and you can never close that distance. But on top of that, no one's ever told you any different, right? All your friends are struggling too, And the movies, all you see is the handsome football player taking the day. It's not real life, guys. No. As soon as you leave high school, it gets a lot different, obviously.
Most definitely.
It just everything chills out. And you know this. You've seen this firsthand. And I would just say the best advice you can do is just to go out there and meet them and talk to them. Have girls that you're not pursuing but are just friends, just so you get more experience talking to them. Yeah. And you get to learn more about them because they're different than us. Surprise, surprise. And they have different values and things. They're people too. Surprise. You just got to talk to them, man. Just go out there and do it.
Yeah.
But once it comes to actively managing the situation and to keep tabs on things, that's something that even I have struggled with in the past, because sometimes it's hard, right? It's like the hardest thing in the world, probably. But I would like to think it's just like, from what I heard about having kids, I've heard it being said as the best bad experience of your life, right? It's something that, like, it's hard, it's dirty, and it's terrible on your sleep schedule, and it's exhausting. But it's like just the best thing you could ever do. Hell. Yeah, I like to equate it with like doing art, like painting.
Yeah.
Right. It's super hard. You're painting the top of the cathedral roof. You're drenched in sweat in that Italian heat kind of thing. But once you're done, you get to take a step back and look at what you built and worked so hard for, and you get to just really marvel at what you created. I think that's probably the sweetest part of it all, because building a healthy relationship where you're both happy and functioning, and it's been for a prolonged period of time, is one hell of an accomplishment. That is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
That is a work of art. Two humans, and I wouldn't say perfect unison, because it's not ever. Yeah, but two humans who have built this beautiful relationship between each other to where they're both comfortable and happy, and their lives have both been like net increased good. What other situations do you get in life where literally everybody wins and there's no downside?
Yeah. You have to build.
Exactly, and you're a man. That's what you love to do. You love building. I know you play Minecraft, bro. Imagine getting a girlfriend who's just is finally tearing down that green top dirt house. That's you, by the way. You're the green top. And you build that nice little wooden watchtower on the coast or whatever, right?
Build that obsidian tower, motherfucker.
Build that obsidian tower, motherfucker.
Take that time. You got to put some time and effort into that shit.
Yeah, man.
And you got to search for the diamonds so you can make the pickaxe to mine the fucking obsidian.
Exactly. Do you hear us, gamers? It's not even that hard. You're just psyching yourselves out. You just got to fail a couple times. But I think a celebrity said this, or a comedian. It's like, when it comes, I think it was Johnny Knoxville actually, who said, when it comes to women, I strike out 10 times, but it's all worth it for the one home run.
I mean, it's a good quote.
Yeah, just find the girls that you like, go out there and pursue them. If it doesn't work out, be upset. Obviously, you're a human being, you're not a robot.
Yeah.
But once you're done being upset, go back out there.
Yeah,
try again.
Step away from the person. Don't continue to pursue the same person. That is one thing that I cannot stress enough. I've seen way too many of my buddies fucked up by it. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. Don't keep pursuing.
Yeah.
You will only get hurt.
What are you going to do? You're going to change their mind? Like, oh no, listen, if they just give me a chance, they'll like me. No, bro.
They gave
Who do
you
you
the
think
chance.
you are? Yeah, they gave you a chance, and you clearly screwed it up. Well, they never liked you in the first place. They're not going to be happy with you, man. And at the end of the day, you have to get in a relationship to improve your life and somebody else's.
Yeah.
Not your own selfish desires, because for one, you're not a good guy going into a relationship and harassing women to be with you because, oh, don't worry, baby, I'll make your life better.
Yeah.
You clearly won't if they don't want to be with you. You clearly won't. It's not like a captive thing. It's not a flag to capture.
No.
It's not that easy, and it's much, much better, honestly. It's
Yeah,
not like
there's a
like-
lot. There's just a lot more to it. It's way deeper than what a lot of these quote unquote nice guys put into it.
Mhm.
Just like, oh, I'm a half decent human being. That means I deserve love and respect. It's like, no, you have to put out love and respect in order to get it back.
Yeah, and I also want to clarify what we mean by like nice guys. Because I said I'm not trying to be philosophical. I'm trying to keep it pretty clean cut so you can understand and like apply new things to your life.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to imply with the nice guy formula is that you're not being honest. You're saying all the right things, kind of thing, and you're telling them exactly what they want to hear, but you're not telling them what you actually think, and therefore you're being dishonest.
And
that's the issue.
And it becomes very visible whenever you go online and slap on your keyboard,
Dick in hand.
tack, just saying, oh, why can't I ever get a girl? I'm such a nice guy, and they never give nice guys a chance.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, they fucking do, if they like you.
Yeah.
If they don't like you, then fuck off.
You need to hear this. I don't mind telling it because you're a man, but they don't like you because you're a lying, fat slob. Or, even worse, you're a lying douchebag that they see right through your persona. You gotta imagine this, guys. You gotta put this in perspective. They have a lot more experience dealing with the opposite sex than you do. You would have a lot more experience if you had women chasing up your tree your entire life. Like, as soon as you become, like, legal age to start dating, basically. So, like, 15, 16, right, for kids? Like, as soon as you hit high school, basically. Junior high in some cases.
Yeah.
You immediately have men barking up your tree 24/7. They know the trick because they've seen them 100 times. They fell for them dozens, right?
Yeah.
So you're not fooling anyone.
Not by any means.
And you shouldn't be out there trying to fool anyone. You should just be out there being honest, being like, listen, what up? You know what I'm saying?
I dig that ass.
I dig that ass. No, don't say that.
Yeah, you can say it, just not like that. And probably wait. Don't start with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you any pickup lines because those don't fucking work either. It's not that simple.
See, I like reverse pickup lines where it sounds like it's going to be a pickup line, then it ends up being like a straight shutdown line.
Yeah.
Like, just one that I can think up off the top of my head is, it hurt when you fell from heaven because it looks like you landed on your face.
Make them laugh.
Thoroughly
sure.
enjoy that one.
Yeah. So yeah, I
That
can't
one
really
might get you slapped.
I can't really give you advice on like how to keep them. Basically, I can just get you advice on how to get them basically at the dinner table with you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it also, women like men who can show responsibility. So, if you have a job or you're not like just a complete train wreck, usually most women will be okay with you. I mean, some women don't even care about those kind of things, but those are not the type of women that you should probably be looking for. Unless that is something that you actively search. And in that case, I mean, good luck, I guess. Like I said, it all depends on what you're looking for.
And, while I'm thinking about it, if you're a sad boy, don't be looking for people to date while you're in the sad boy phase. You need to get yourself out of that before you go and do it, because no girl's going to want to be with a sad, mopey guy.
And it pisses
Like,
me off, too.
It's one thing to already be with somebody and they get depressed, they get sad and mopey, and you help them out. But like, no girl's gonna go out of her way to go with a sad boy. You gotta pull yourself out of it, or you gotta work on yourself before you can get anywhere with somebody else.
Exactly. And yes, being a sad boy is real, but if you're not going to the gym, going outside, meeting new people, and talking to your friends, you're not giving yourself a fighting chance, man.
Yeah.
At all. You're not even trying. So, the point is, you got to go out there and do it. That's it. You just got to try. You got to fail. You got to do the failing because you got to learn the experience, just like anything else in life. Just like learning carpentry or all that jack shit. You know, you have to learn by trying. That's it. As for dating advice, do you have anything else that you could possibly say about this?
Don't date thoughts.
Don't date thoughts. Be somebody worth dating. That's it.
Yeah.
And you're a man, so I know you can take this. You might think that the world is harsh and it's hard on you. It's not near enough hard on you. I promise you.
Yeah, your balls are not in the deep fryer yet. They're just above.
Yeah, your balls are not in the deep fryer at all. You need to improve yourself because I'm not going to coax you because that's not what you need to hear. You're not a good person. You're not the best you can be. You should go out there and become better. And then hopefully you find somebody that's even better than you and you like them, you start dating, you love them to death, and you spend the rest of your life happy with them because that's the goal. And that's a very high goal, so it's not going to be an easy task. And it should be something that rather than you focus your entire life on and you devote all your time, you ignore your friends' responsibilities, it should be something that you're constantly working towards, but it's not your main focus. Because you got other stuff you need to get done too, man. Your creative efforts, your creative goals, just keep in mind that it'll make...
It should be one of your main focuses, not your main focus.
Exactly. It should be something that you're actively working on, always. Because if you're improving yourself, you're going to be a better person. That's all there is.
Yeah.
And that, at the end of the day, your happiness is what matters more, honestly. If you're not happy because you rushed into whatever you could get, and you're just happy that she decided to talk to you, and you don't even like her, but you're just happy you got a girlfriend, what kind of life is that, dude?
Yeah. That's just sad.
Yeah. In that case, I would be a sad boy hours.
Yeah, real sad boy hours.
That just sounds fucking terrible.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the dating advice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fantastic.
It's been an interesting little talk.
I expect you guys to walk away from this podcast fucking superstars, marching yourselves into the gym.
You better have fucking stars in your eyes. You better be pumped up. You better be ready to fucking go.
I want you guys to look like the Chad Thundercock meme.
And also, if you guys really, really want a good workout album, you should check out Reclamation's The Violent Reflections EP on Spotify. I think it's also on iTunes.
Spotify.com/Reclamation.
Spelled WRECKLAMATION. Check us out. Check them out.
When you're marching up to that cutie at the party and you're gonna give her, you're gonna give her the business. You're gonna tell her exactly what's up. I want you to be thinking about that song in your head. I want your cock to be dancing in your pants to that song.
I want some brutal metal in your ears while you're pumping that iron so that you can pump that bitch.
Exactly. You're a man. Go out and do it. This is what your ancestors have done before you. You are no exception. You're capable. You can do what you need to do, and you will do it, man.
Go get that bread, Chief.
Go get that pussy, Chief. And more importantly, go get that ring on her finger, Chief. Alright?
Alright, sounds good.
Okay. Well, we'll see you later. My name's Logan.
And mine's Sam.
See you later.
Bye.
I don't know about this guy, Sam. We've been watching him all day, and I haven't even seen him blink once.
Yeah, he just has that same weird smile.
Ugh, what a creep. Who do you think he's trying to contact?
I don't know, but I got a bad feeling about this.